Hi everyone, Just Bear Builds here and welcome to part 3 of my tiny town challenge, where today we will finish off the entire plot with our 4th sim. And I'm just going to jump straight into it. Thank you for your patience. Obviously I said in the end of my last video that I've been away on holiday, so I thought that I would just separate the video into 2 just so then there's some regular content coming out. So we're going to jump straight in with our final sim. So this is Kenny Cooper. And his traits are, he is a painter extraordinaire, he is erratic, a dog lover, and a child of the village, which means he's anchored to their community and the Tomorani culture. So those will help with our build. And the preferences randomized. He likes gardening and writing. He loves the colour red. Okay, so we could do a red house. He likes mid-century decor. Everyone likes mid-century decor, apparently, in this challenge. Doesn't like basics decor or storybook decor. Okay. And then his music, he likes lullabies, romance, and world music. Okay, so I think we'll definitely go with the painter extraordinaire. We can use some Tomorang in there. We can have a pet. And definitely have a red exterior. So we're going to jump straight in now. And we are going for a red fence and a red gate here. We'll use these nice red bushes from Island Living just to keep with the red theme, I think. And then for the layout of the house, I've tried to make something not too big. I think this is just going to be on 1 story because we had stairs in the last 2. Well, actually, we've used stairs in all of the builds, so I thought that this one we could just have as like a flat build. And you'll see I'm going to start experimenting in a minute with the roof piece, which is the for rent top, which it's my first time using, and I've actually found it really difficult, but you'll see how I put it together in a minute. So just sort of playing around now with the basic shape of the outside and struggling to make my mind up. I'll raise it up on a platform, and we can add some more of the fencing, the same as we used at the front, and change the colour of the fence to this sort of like dark red here. And I've actually gotten rid of the gate as well, I think, because he's like really relaxed. He's an artist, he's social, he doesn't need a gate, he can just let people in. So I'm just adding the roofing here, and you'll see in a minute. So it kind of jumps a little bit, because I'm going to start playing around with the roof pieces in full rent. So these are really cool. So they're like decorations that you can put on the roof, but the problem is once you've put them in place, if you try and adjust the roof around them or underneath them, they will start like jumping around, and it's really hard to get them into the right position. So this took me a really long time, and you'll see in a minute that one of the other roofs ended up on the floor over there because I had to keep playing around with it. It probably took me a good part of half an hour just to try and work this roof out. But I got there in the end, and I'll put the other roof back in, and it looks really cool, I think. I played around with the colours as well. As you see, I'm about to go to a different red. And this is the same swatch, actually, that matches the foundation and the fencing. So we started getting somewhere. I started to get into a rhythm once I had that roof piece in place. It's probably not in the right place, but it's fine. So go for this nice wall here from Lovestruck. I think it really suits. And these cottage living slabs as well, I think they look really nice. And then I followed the beige through with this one and added the stairs. I like the way that they've sort of fit perfectly under these little walls as well. And then we'll add the same stones here, and then I'm just going to add a few little flowers and things just outside. And the same as what I did in the previous video, just add some rocks to sort of separate the path a little bit. There we go, just put another one in there, and then you can't see the like sharp edge of the flooring. Put some more flowers out here and just a bit of terrain paint around the outside. And I added a back porch as well here because I thought it would be a nice place for him to come out and do some painting. And again, just same vibes, use the same floor, the rustic sandstone. That is cottage living, I believe. And now we're just adding some sort of extras here. Little drain pipe. And for the doors and the windows, I've gone for this one from For Rent, just because it's red and it matches the vibes. But it took me a long time. I actually, as well, when I was filming this, it was when the new update came out. So I was halfway through this build, and then my game crashed, and I didn't save it because I'm silly. I built it, and then when I came back on, I'd lost half of the build and I had to rebuild it, so it's fine. It's pretty much exactly the same as how I had it before. So I've added some columns, I've added some spandrels to just sort of break it up a little bit, and I'm just raising up these little campers string lights here. I think these are really cool and they look really nice at night when it's all lit up. And they will, because I've raised them up with the 9 key and they're not actually clipped to anything, they will permanently be visible once you go inside. But the good thing is about the fronts, they don't get in the way of gameplay or anything like that. So I'm just adding these tall base game windows in like a nice colour. I've gone for the beige to sort of match the sandstone slabs as well, because I think that it still looks like part of the same build. So I think if I had red windows as well as the doors and the walls and the roof, it would just be a bit too red. So I wanted something to sort of break the colours up a little bit. So I've already filled in the walls and the floors here, and this is the interior of the house. So it's all on one level. So I put the walls back up. We've got the bathroom at the back here, the bedroom here, the kitchen dining, and then this is like the open plan living area. So we'll put a double bed in here. And we've gone for the sort of green colour here, and I think this one's going to be quite neutral. And because he's an artist, this is the room where he does all his painting. He stores all his paints here. Just get rid of that one. A little tip, if you want to raise things up and they keep clipping in, if you fill all the spaces on top of a cabinet, then you can raise the items to where you want them and then just delete the ones that have clipped in. So we put some of the artwork on the wall here, and then I really love this rug as part of the artist studio kit. It's really cute. So it's like he's spilt loads of paint on the floor. So I'm going to slot that in the place where the easel's going to be. And then it just took me a little while to play around with this corner here because I wanted to use all of these items and I couldn't get them all to fit. So in the end, I've ended up getting rid of the shelves. I got the new easel from the artist studio, and then just add some canvases around the room where he hasn't had time to put them up. And I've sized these ones down. They're just the base game canvases, and put those behind the door. And then we've got this painting table here from the artist studio kit as well. So I'm just going to slot that down to the end and then add a stool as well. This is just for like aesthetics. If it needs to be functional, we can get rid of them or move them around. And I have got the dresser in there next to the bed, so you know it's still a bedroom technically, but it's also an artist studio. So I'm just going to put one of these hanging lights here from Cats and Dogs, and I've got the Love Struck mirror as well up there. I thought the one with all the pictures on it was really nice because it kind of suited the messy vibe that he's got going on. So now I'm just adding some of these base game like hand-drawn pictures here on the walls, like paintings that he's done or sketches that he's made. Tapestries on the wall here, and again with these lovely pictures as well, just to fill the space. As an artist, I think he'd have a lot of artwork up in here. And then we'll add the painting club banner as well, because I feel like he would definitely be part of the painting club. And that's our little bedroom for Kenny here. And we'll move straight on and do the bathroom. Again, I'm going to have a shower in here instead of a bath. This is probably our biggest bathroom so far. So I'm using I absolutely love that puddle mirror from the new bathroom kit. And again, we've got some painting stuff in here. He's like run out of storage in the bedroom and he's just throwing it wherever he can find space. So it'll clutter up the bathroom here a little bit with some painting stuff. And then just some little rugs and a nice plant here. I love this one from Businesses and Hobbies. And that's our little bathroom done. And we will move on now to the living area. So this is the entryway. So this is where we'll have our pet bed as well. And we're going to carry on with the red colour scheme in here, as red's his favourite colour, but that's like the only colour they gave us that he does like. So we've ran with it. And then we put some more canvases on display, or he's yet to put them up on the walls. Just use the 9 key to raise up some items here so I can fill this table, which I think looks like a bench, but it's still nice. Some more canvases here. Like, it's just cluttered with anything artistic that I can find. So I use this base game cabinet with this TV, and then I really like this horse ranch sofa, so I'm going to put that one there. And I've realised that the table would actually probably look better behind the sofa to sort of separate that space a little bit. So I've moved that over there. And then we'll pop the paintings back. And then we've got the letters and things on the walls over there. And a little box here for the doggy toys, because we can't forget about the pets and the fact that he's a dog lover. We'll put some dog toys on the floor here. Just sort of slide them in where there's a space by the bookshelf. I was going to add a table, but there's the table behind the counter, so we'll put some pets instead. Sorry, a table behind the sofa. And of course, we can't forget the doggy letterbox. So I'm going to put that right outside the front here, and I think that's adorable. We'll jump back inside, of course, another hanging plant. And then we'll put this nice little red base game plant just in there by the entry to the bedroom. We'll put these tapestries up on this wall there because there was a bit of an empty space. And then we've gone for the magic carpet rug because I just think that the reds really pop in this, and I think that it really suits the room and brings it all together. I'm really pleased with how this room turned out in the end. I was a bit worried, like red's quite a hard colour to work with. So we'll go into the kitchen here. I have changed the windows slightly, so I was able to add some counters. We're just going for the horse ranch set, and I've just sort of layered the counters there. I've put this on a speed run so I can just sort of flick through the kitchen being made, because I think like no one needs to sit there for an hour and watch me try and assemble a kitchen. I think kitchens and roofs are like where I struggle with like building and placement and things like that, but we're getting there. So just cluttering this up a little bit here, trying to decide what to put on the sides. Put a little mug rack there as well. Soap by the sink. And then we'll add some of these paintbrushes here, and I'm just gonna move this into place there. And that's the, like, so he's been painting and he needs cleaning. It's by the sink. He's got dirty dishes. We've got our dining table just here and a little rug by the sink. And then finally moving out to the little patio area, I'm just going to add another easel here because I think it's nice to paint outside. Just a little garden bench and then a barbecue as well. So if he wants to come outside and have some dinner in the evening, he can do that. And I'm just going to add some of these from the, I can't remember what the kit's called. It's like the outdoor kit. That's lovely. And there we have it. That is our final finished home. So we move in through the front door here to the red living room. This is actually, I think this is, apart from the bedroom, my favourite room in the house. I think this has just turned out really well. And then you come through the archway here into the kitchen. Again, we've got like little pops of red in there as well, but with the neutral colours. And then moving into the bathroom here, it's a bit plain, but it's got some storage for the paintings and things as well, so that's all right. And again, showing off this living room. I just love how this turned out. I think that's my favourite. And finally the bedroom here, this is like ridiculously cluttered, but this is where he does all his painting. And as you see, there's just painting stuff everywhere. There's paint on the floor, there's tapestries, there's sketches on the walls. That's the finished bedroom there. And then we will move on and just quickly have a look at the little patio out the back. And that's it. That's our finished tiny town challenge. So we've got the first two houses here from the first video. And then we've got the communal area here outside. And then we've got Kenny's house that we've just built and Daisy's house over here as well. I love how all of these houses are really different, but they kind of work together in the same plot. It's really bizarre. And then this is how it looks at nighttime as well. So it's all lit up. And again for the other side, so we've got Nick's island house here and Lana's like eco recycling build. So that's the end of the tiny town challenge, where every build was based around a sim's different traits. So I hope you enjoyed it. I will be doing some more challenges again in the future. I think my next video I'm going to do a create a sim video where I will build my self sim for future gameplay videos and things like that, because I haven't created one of those yet. But I have been Jessie Bear Builds, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.